This is my first book from Afghanistan. At the opening of the novel, we are introduced to Mariam, who is a young girl living with her mother on the outskirts of town in a city named Herat. And it turns out that Mariam is the illegitimate daughter of a wealthy man and a woman who used to work for said man. Mariam's mother makes sure Mariam knows very frequently that she is a bastard child and that her father is a complete liar and a man not to be trusted. Her mother appears to be very possessive, neurotic, definitely has a lot of issues on her own. And in contrast, Mariam's father, when he visits her once a week, he's always very kind, very loving, brings her treats and toys and candies, and is always very doting on her. And so naturally, Mariam would love nothing more than to actually be with her father, be part of his legitimate family. Through a series of tragic events, Mariam, at the age of 15, ends up being married off to a man over 40 and moves from Herat to Kabul. Second female character, her name is Layla, and we meet her about 18 years later. And her and Mariam, their lives end up being connected and intertwined, learning how to navigate life as a woman in Afghanistan while the Taliban is fighting and then eventually takes over and implements these new rules, and they end up leaning on each other for their own survival. At one point, I was furious with the author because of how he chose to write about an assault. The chapter ended after the assault took place. A new chapter began, and it, starts off like it's sometime in the future. And you know what? Life goes on. I was upset because I thought you did not name this as an assault of a child within the context of a child marriage. Why didn't you focus on that? Because if you don't talk about it, if you don't name it, it cannot be discussed. It cannot be brought out into the open. You have to name it. Why didn't you name it? Why did you not name it? But you know what? By the time I got to the end of the book, I really felt like this was his love letter to all the women in Afghanistan. Fantastic book. Proceed with caution. I don't know if I will ever be the same again.